Good morning, good morning. It's the day after Christmas. And I'm going to be starting a series with my mom, Never a Dull Moment. And this is in reference to mental health. As you may or may not know, my mother is bipolar, schizophrenic, and she'll tell you in a minute. I'm bipolar, schizophrenic, and I take my medication. Did you take your medication? So this series is going to be part of the Never a Dull Moment. And today, the day after Christmas, and they called me up this morning, which I'm in Phoenix. My mom is in Delaware. They called me up this morning to say my mom didn't want to go back to the group home. She's cutting up. And for some reason, Christmas, she just cuts up. Because I remember last Christmas, I was in Delaware. Matter of fact, I worked because we still coming out of COVID, so I worked remote. And I was able to stay 3 months in Delaware. Well, almost 3 months. From Thanksgiving to the New Year, I stayed there. And this year I didn't stay there long. I went to D.C., stayed at my son's for like 2 weeks. And then I came on back. But with that being said, I go home this time every year to stay with my my son live in D.C., my daughter live in Delaware. Well, anyway, I'm just talking this morning because my daughter called me up. Well, actually, my aunt called me first, my mom's baby sister. So she called me. My mom is hooting and hollering because my aunt is taking my mom to the group home. So I don't know what kind of dynamic is between my mom and her baby sister. And same thing with her older sister. She don't like her older sister. She cuts up. Before COVID, my mom lived with me for 5 years. After I moved back from Memphis, I lived with my aunt for a couple of years, maybe 3 or 4 years. It was a long time. But anyway, so what I wanted to say is, so the dynamic between my mom and her sisters, is something there. I don't know. Like I told my aunt this morning, it might not have nothing to do with you. It's something with that family dynamic where my mom threatened to jump out the car when my aunt was taking her back to the group home this morning. So I don't know what it is, but one day it's going to reveal itself. So anyway, my aunt called me, my mom hooping and hollering. So she gets back to the group home. She still got my aunt's phone in her hand. She's hooping and hollering. So I have to get her phone because I'm going to work. And my aunt needs her phone back. So my aunt calls me back with my daughter on the phone. Well, my aunt texts me, I apologize for calling you. Why wouldn't you call me? That's my mom. It's okay. And then my daughter's on the phone. Now, mind you, my daughter got a master's degree in psychiatry. So everything with her, she got to break it on down. So they call me, she's on over the deep end. But mind you, I grew up with this. Every now and then, something with but my mom never left from around her family except when she went into the mental, back then they call it the mental institution, but now they don't have mental institutions no more. They just have the group homes. You see the mountains? And they don't have the mental institutions no more. They just have the group homes. So she was going back to the group home. In my opinion, when she's at the group home, she might cut up a little bit, but it's, apparently they handle it or whatever they do. But something about with my aunt, going over my aunt's house for Christmas, she just cut up. So my daughter called me, Grandma, she's not taking her medication, which she does that. She goes into her tantrum where she don't take her medication, and she talks a lot. Talk. I don't know what they do at the group home that they control it, but it seemed like with me, when she gets around her family, she cuts up even worse. So my daughter was saying that the group home needs to come up with a strategy that when that first day or two that she doesn't take her medication, that they need to have a plan in place. Okay, so that's one part of the story, that she is cutting up because she's not taking her medication. But it's still something about going to my aunt's house for the holiday that triggered her. So my daughter was like, she was threatening to jump out the car when I was taking her to auntie's house. So they called me, my aunt. I called my aunt. My daughter's on the phone too, babe. They discussing my mom's mental illness, which she done had mental illness for the last 50 years. So this is nothing new. But I always tell my daughter, if you're going to get grandma, just make sure just you and her. Don't have you, her, and auntie, or you, her, and this one and that one. Even if you just take her for Dairy Queen, Dollar Tree, and take her back to the group home. It's something about that family dynamic that triggers her. And so sure enough, my daughter's on the phone. Oh, so I said, have you, mommy, whenever you ever taken her out by herself, has she ever threatened to jump out the car? Oh, she's threatened to jump out the car on the way to auntie's. Yeah, but I said, have she ever threatened to jump out the car when it's just you and her? She said no. So I was like, it's something about her and her sisters that triggers her to go off. Even if she's already off, that really pushes it. And I told my daughter, I remember when my Aunt Mary jumped out the car, going back to this little hometown. I remember when my cousin Karen jumped out of the car coming back to this little town. And I remember one time cousin Piggy, cousin Jeffrey. So these 4 people I done named offhand, I know at some point the family sent them away to this, what they call back then, a mental institution. But something about coming back to their homes, coming home back to the family, it triggers them. Now, with that being said, I seen a video the other day, and I commented on it, of this Chinese man over in China. His family was looking for him. And somebody, it's so funny, because somebody, homeless or whatever, done turned him into his family. And it showed them videoing, and child, he out there living under a box. And he wake up out the box and his mom is crying, ooh, and his dad is crying. Now these are Chinese people, or Asian, I'll say, because I don't know what nationality they were. I'll just say Asian. And he's looking like, how the hell y'all find me? He homeless and happy. He looked like, how, if I was advanced in this, if I was really advanced in this YouTube, I would put an insert. I would put an insert of his face. He looked like, how the hell y'all find me? I know I'm homeless, but I'm happy, and I don't have to hear y'all mouths. That's how he looked. Homeless and happy. So I don't know what it is that I do know what it is. I do know what it is. Sometimes when you, especially today is the day after Christmas, something about that family dynamic. Some people would rather jump off a bridge than spend the holidays with their family. And something about when the family get together, it's, even though it's not intentional, we compare ourselves to each other. What you got, what you don't got. You homeless, you not homeless. You just bought a big 4-bedroom home. You just, even in the movie The Family Johnson, who pulled up in the Lincoln? Who got the, yeah, that movie, The Family Johnson, with Cedric the Entertainer and Steve Harvey. Who bought the biggest TV? In that movie, it was called The Johnson Family Reunion. They was competitive. That's what, there go the spirit. It's that competitiveness. And you unintentionally compare yourself to your family members, if that's what it is. Unintentionally. And it's funny because it's always a sister doing better than a brother, or brother doing better than a sister. That's what it is, that competitiveness. Even in that movie, the Johnson's Family Reunion, not only in that movie, it was another movie, I can't think of it offhand, but you compare yourself. That's what it is. But even the Bible, so many times, God teaches us to get away from our family and start anew. Start your own family. Get away and start your own family. And maybe that's where the depression comes in, when you haven't had that opportunity to get away and start your own family. Live life on your own terms. Matter of fact, I got a cousin right now, not on my mom's side of the family, not on my grandmom's side of the family, but on my grandpa's side of the family. I have a family member right now that everybody know where she live, and she don't deal with nobody. She don't deal with nobody. She still go to work, she got a car, she got her house, but she don't deal with nobody. Now some will call that, oh, that's mental illness. But she's doing whatever she needs to do to protect her peace. Matter of fact, remember Kenya Moore? She went to her mom's house, she had to knock on the door, and the mom wouldn't open the door. Because the mom still, the 16-year-old that got pregnant with Kenya Moore. So much going on in people's lives that they never got over that point. Now, mind you, my mom's 74. I don't know what happened. But she did tell my daughter one time that a lot of men used to come to the door for him. My granddaddy would shoo him away. Now, her other sisters got married. So I think my mom is jealous that the other sister got away, got married, and moved away, had a house, had a car. And you never got away. And then and I got a picture. I'm going to put that picture up. And then when you compare yourself to your sisters unintentionally, and brothers too, it happens with brothers. Who bought a house, who didn't buy a house, who went to college, who didn't go to college, who's doing, that's what they said, oh, doing good. So with that being said, my daughter called me, talking about my mom threatened to drop. So my daughter, the kicker was, my daughter said she asked my mom, do you want to go to Auntie's for Christmas, or you want to go to my place? So I said the only reason why my daughter asked my mom that, because she knew my mom didn't want to go to her sisters. But what happens, my daughter probably already promised my aunt that she was coming. So instead of my daughter saying to my aunt, I'm not going to be able to come this time, she tried to bring them two together. But I already told her something about that dynamic between my aunt and my mom. It triggers. But I told my aunt, I don't think it's nothing with you. It's the family dynamic, because my cousin Karen tried to jump out of a car. And it's this one bridge, it's called the St. George's Bridge in Delaware. That going across that bridge, you got to go across that bridge to get to Newcastle, where we used to be the mental institution. And that's where, like, now they call them behavioral centers, where they just have behavioral centers where they'll just go for the weekend long enough to get them back on their medication or whatever. I remember my Aunt Mary jumping off the car. I'm serious. Jumping out a moving car, open the door, jumping out the car, heading back to Dover. Matter of fact, it's called Dover, Delaware. Jumping off on the bridge, jumping out the car, don't want to go back. So what's so crazy that you don't want to go back to your family? So sometimes I think that's why people just go live under a bridge. But guess what? It's okay if life didn't turn out the way you expected. It's okay if you didn't do what your sister did. It's okay if you didn't do what your brother did. God has a plan and a journey for us all. Sometimes them people in them big old houses be the miserablest people. So if God bless you with a little house, it's okay. If God bless you with a big house, it's okay. Today, we're not going to compare ourselves to nobody. And that's my prayer from my mom today. That she don't compare herself to her sisters. And that she just thanks God for what she has. And not only that, she's going to need to know that God got something bigger for her. And that she just love herself, love her creator. And I pray my mom live a good, healthy life. My mom's 74 now. You see, if you ever see my little videos, I have my mom with me. And I think my mom, my God, my creator had me. My mom didn't raise me. My mom didn't raise me. My mom didn't raise me. But I think God allowed me not to be raised by my mom so I could have that freedom. I'm so free. I'm out here in Phoenix, Arizona. But she did, when I moved during COVID, I bought 2 plane tickets, one for me and one for her, which I probably should have just made her get on a plane and come out here. But she fought to it now. She didn't want to come. So I had to make a decision, and I came out here anyway. And, because being around that family, it's rough. But rest in peace, Cousin Karen. Rest in peace, Aunt Mary. Rest in peace, Cousin Jeffrey. These are known people I know that was in my family, had mental illness. And they take medication for it. And you might have somebody in your family that's on drugs. They just not professionally diagnosed. So they use weed, or they smoke cigarettes, or they do drugs just to get away from the family dynamic. But it's so funny because in the Bible, so many times, God teaches us to get away from our families and go start our own family. Not only that, he said, once you do that, I'm going to show you a land that I have specifically for you. So me, I think my mom cuts up because she sees her sister. Now my aunt, I'm going to lock her on. My aunt got a big, pretty house. I think she got 1, 2, 3 bathrooms, 3 bedrooms, 2-car garage, big, beautiful house. And I think my mom compared herself to my aunts. And my other aunt, the one that her oldest sister, she fussed about her because she's married, got a husband, and my mom never had all of that. So I think my mom compared herself to her big sister. Why mom didn't get away, because I guess maybe she wanted to do what her parents told her to do. And that was, don't get married, stay here, we'll take care of you. And a lot of people like that today. The parents don't want them to venture off. Oh, stay right here. And the people go crazy. And they go crazy because they're not walking in their purpose. And when you're not in your purpose, you're not happy, and you're in a mental box, and they go crazy. It's just a thought. I'm just saying. But my daughter, when she spent time with my mom, she said my mom did tell her that all the guys came to the house wanting to marry me. My daddy told them no. And before she knew, it was too late. And she went crazy. But my grandparents probably didn't know no better. They just knew she might have been a little gentle. And they just wanted to keep her close. But I don't think my grandmother was, I think she was kind of a little verbally abusive. I told y'all she told my granddaddy, shut the hell up, son of a B. She would call my granddaddy a son of a B. I'm like, what is a son of a B? I was a little girl. A son of a B-I-T-C-H. Called him that in a minute. Or she would call him a mother, F-U-C-K-E-R. Grandma would cuss my granddaddy. So whatever your purpose is, it might not align with what your family think you should be doing. If all you do is work at Walmart, get your own little place or whatever you do. Or sometimes people have somebody they want to marry, but their parents say, oh, they're not making no money, or they're not a doctor, or they're not a lawyer, so they don't marry that person. And then they don't go nowhere, and they just does something to them. Or some people just a little touch and need a little extra help. But when you get out, but then again, I meet people all the time that's a little touch and they living on their own. Living on their own, making it. Take their medication, but they away from that family dynamic. I have freckles. These are raised freckles. I have freckles on my nose. I have sunspots. So I don't have pimples. It's just I have these raised freckles under my eyes. I went to dermatologist one time because I thought I had acne, and it's raised freckles. But if you go close to my nose, I have freckles on my nose. And my mommy has freckles. She always talking about freckles. That's how I know they're freckles, because she's got freckles. Mommy got freckles. But I love my mommy, and I'm out here in Arizona, and I know why God always get me away from my family. That family dynamic is something else. People comparing each other to each other. It'll drive you crazy. It'll drive you crazy. And then too, with the family, they remember you when. They remember you when you was on drugs. They remember you when you had a baby when you were 14. They remember you when you got beat up in first grade. And you talk to your family sometime, and the conversation not new. It's right there back in 1941 when you was beat up and somebody took your basket. Or somebody took your bike. Hey, you remember that time I stole your bike? We're 50 years old and you still talking about what happened when we were 5. And just imagine having to be around that over constantly, the same conversation. When you meet new people, it's new conversation. They don't know nothing about the bike. They don't know nothing. If you meet a new person, say you go to a new city, start a new job, they don't know you have a baby when you was 12. They don't know nothing about you having a baby when you was 13. They don't know nothing about you. All they know is that you showed up for work, you did your job, and you went home, and you drive a fancy car. And if you're scared to leave your family, God will provide, because He owns the universe. He owns a cattle on 1,000 hills. And I consider Amazon my family. I know I've been spending Thanksgiving with Amazon for the last 8 years. And something about getting with that family is, I don't know. But yeah, this video is called What If You Would Rather Jump Out of a Moving Car Than Spend the Holiday, Christmas with your family. What if that was the case? I don't know. Maybe it's somebody out there that they can't be around their family too long. And it's okay. It's nothing wrong with you. It's nothing wrong with you. If God makes a way for you to move away from your family, and then sometimes you might just have to visit them once a year. Hey, you know you got that cousin you only see once a year. You don't know if they're living in a box. All you know is they show up Christmas sharp. And then some people, Thanksgiving, they don't even want to spend Thanksgiving with their family. They got now friend giving, where they just invite their friends over. New people, new conversation. Keep talking about how somebody stole my bike when I was 5. I I'm 60. But you be around your family, sometimes they don't let you outlive that. And they don't mean no harm. God bless them. I love my family. But I understand why God let me move away, meet new people, and keep moving. Keep moving. And I raise my kids that way. Keep moving. But some kind of way, sometimes I see different situations where they get wrapped up into that. But that's going to be between them and God. That family dynamic. And that's the only reason why she asked my mom, do you want to go to my place or you want to go to Auntie's? Because she already knew. I told my daughter a long time ago, it's something between her and her sisters, if you have to, just take mommy out for Dollar Tree ice cream and she'll be good. Even if you just take her once a month. Take her out once a month. But that trying to get them all together, for some reason, it's always drama. Because I remember my uncle being at my aunt's house. And he waking up in the middle of the morning. He called the ambulance to come get him. It'd be drama. Rest in peace. He got on drugs real bad. He never left that little town. My aunt talked about him like a dog. And I said dog, D-O-G. Her own brother. Talk about him like a dog. He never got out of that. He never got out of it. He never got a chance to get away. He had chance. He had opportunities. Before he died, he gave me a photo album. And in the photo album, it was a postcard from a lady from Phoenix, Arizona that invited him back out in the 80s to move to Arizona. But he didn't want to leave. And every time he did something, it was always broadcast. Guess what he did? You know you done heard it. Guess what she did? And they go crazy. The family don't let them live it down. I know they probably talk about me. Guess what? Because I know that one time I had my own place and I was doing good and they come move back. Oh, you be around your family. And I moved back. Why did I do that? I pray to God I don't never have to do that ever again. And I had my own place. But now I'm older, I'm getting more self-esteem. Now I turned 50, I have more self-esteem. And I know what I need to do. But you be so, oh, that's my family, that's my family, that's my family. Thank God I never had to jump off a bridge. But some way God always made a way for me to get away. And when I was really younger, oh no, that's my family. Oh, that's my family. And now I'm older, I said, oh, now I see why God always made a way for me to get away. So if you get an opportunity to get away, go for it. I told you it's a video. I wish I knew how to, because I see people do it where they make a video and they insert different titles or something. I wish I knew how to do it. Maybe I will do it. I'll figure out how to do it. But it's a old Asian guy. He's living under a box, under a bridge. And the family was looking for him. He was asleep in the box. He woke up, his mom, they had cameras where they went to where he was at. If you could see in that man's face, he looked like, who told them where I was at? Even though I'm out here sleeping under a box, I'm peaceful. Sometimes them homeless people got money. It's just they want peace. Come and go as they please. Ain't got nobody judging you. Why you don't have a job? Why you didn't go to college? Why you didn't go to college? I heard it before. Why you not like your sister? I don't know who this is for. Why you not like your brother? Who knows what people go through in them houses? Big, pretty houses. Why you not like your cousin? Why you not like so-and-so? Why you not like Beyonce? Why you not like Jay-Z? I don't know what people go through. But I can't, it's just on my heart. What happens when you would rather jump off of a bridge in a moving car than go back to your family? And then my aunt, well, your mom got mental. We know my mom got mental illness. I know that. I know my mom got mental illness. And she's in a group home and they take good care of her. But if y'all gonna go get her, because she cuts up even more, like I said, even if she is cutting up, she gets cutting up with around my aunt and her other sister. There's something about that dynamic, that family dynamic. I know she got mental illness. I know she ain't. We've been talking about this for the last 50 years. Last 50 years. Do not take my mom around her sister. If you want to go get her, just go take her to where she wants to go. Dollar Tree, Dairy Queen, Hamburg. What I had a video, I took her for a milkshake, stuff she likes to do. And you know, you take her out for that hour or two and she be fine. And then you can go visit who you want. But that trying to get that family together is something about it. All right, I've been on here. I did my video. One day I'm going to figure out how to insert the little segments and stuff. But yeah, it's an Asian guy over in Asia somewhere. And they show the family going under the bridge. They found him and the mom's going, oh, I found him. Girl, he woke up and you see his face like, oh my God, how they find me? Who done turned me in? I don't want to go back. That's what he looked like. Even in the comments, the people said he looked like he don't want to go back. And this is an Asian man. Yeah, he got mental illness. Yeah, but he quiet. He mind his business. He drink his milkshake. Whatever he like to do, he do it. He might not got a college degree. He might not have a big house. He might not have a wife. But he's living his life the best way he know how. Sometimes you guys do that. Live your best life. Not your mom's best life. Not your dad's best life. Live your best life. Because something about that family dynamic. But it's crazy because in the Bible, it tells you time and time and time again. I will show you a place. Just go. It's even in Genesis 3. He said, leave your family. And I got a place I'm going to show you. Because your creator have your purpose in his hand. Not your mom, not your dad. Your creator have a purpose. Because your mom wants you to be a doctor. Your mom wants you to be a lawyer. You know, sometimes I hear the young women go crazy. Their mom want them to be a doctor. And they end up going crazy. And it's funny because they go off to college, meet somebody cute and have babies and go on about their business. And you have to be able to stand up to your family. And this is what I want to do. I want to have babies. I want to fall in love. I want a husband. But your mom wants you to be this career woman and do this and that. And then people don't be happy. So, or same thing with the man. You know. Like I have a friend and that's all he talked about. My dad want me to be a banker. My dad want me to be an engineer. And that might not be your purpose. You might want to work with animals. All right, well, let me go about my business. I hope this video is encouraging to others to find your land of milk and honey and ask the creator, the one that created you, what is your purpose? Have a blessed day.